God knows I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to break your heart, baby. God knows I never meant to turn you on, turn you out. I never meant to take it that far, baby. God knows I never meant to hurt you. Ooh, I love that song so much. And the people who sing it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome to the Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah. We're going to get right to it. Listen, I want to. First of all, I want to share a story with y'all because it's just going to lead right into what I want to talk about initially. It was so wonderful in Wisconsin this weekend, and it's unbelievable the weather we've had in February because usually we just full of snowstorms and everything else. So we haven't had any. There's probably a few coming though. So um, let me just say we decided to go fishing, me and a couple of friends of mine, and it was just very interesting. And we had a great time, and um, everything was smooth until maybe about an hour and a half into our trip. I swear to God, the shit became something straight out of a Tarzan movie. And I really mean that. I have gone fishing all over this state, and I've never, because I have relatives that lived all over the state, like Baraboo, Adams County. That's why I told you I knew so much about the Michigan area. So, cause I know I used to be in East Troy. I've I used to live in Watertown or a place called Concord. I'm just really familiar with a lot of places in Wisconsin, a lot more than a lot of other people who are not farmers or interested in farming. Uh, so I've never been conscious. Well, I've been conscious to some degree, but when I'm going out fishing, I'm not really, thinking that, how the climate has changed. So the first thing that happened that there was these guys, I guess, I couldn't see who was in the car because it was like a few of them though. And they went past and they said, "Hey, you black bitches." And I was like, "Oh shit. We done got our asses out here now and the craziness is gonna start. Oh my god." Okay, I hope not. I hope this ain't gonna be the end. So we were like, "Wow, did y'all hear that?" And they were like, "Yeah." So we decided to go down the other, let's go down a little further down the road or something. We didn't want to stay there. Okay, just that, just for that sake. So we went down the road a little bit, you know, which was crazy because they can come back anyway. But we wasn't thinking. We just felt they were catching something there, and they didn't want to go too far off that current or that particular channel. So anyway, we went down. To make a long story short, we went down a little further. We began fishing again. Then all of a sudden, maybe about 15 minutes into our fishing trip, this car pulls up. It wasn't a car. It was like it was like one of these new SUVs. So they're kind of short. They look like a station wagon, but they're not. And there was two guys in it. There's a woman and about maybe an 8-year-old kid, maybe 8 or 9. So, but only the man and the woman got out. And so I was like, oh, okay. Hey, how you guys doing? You guys catching anything? And so I was somewhat relieved. I was like, yeah, good. Okay. And then my friends engaged, in the conversation. I didn't say too much. I was just observing because basically I like to go out fishing to really be quiet. That's the only reason I usually go. I'm not doing a lot of talking, man, and I'm just really reflecting when I go fishing. But when they came, of course, it changed the atmosphere because I didn't know what they had on their mind. So I just wanted to have an open, spirit. And so they start going, "You guys catching anything?" And yada yada yada. Well, my friends were, I wasn't, because I was really paranoid from the first incident, which made me not be able to catch anything. So I was like, let's go somewhere else. So I can calm down. So here's the part that I gotta get to, y'all. The guy starts talking and he's talking to my friend, and then he goes, "Yeah, she cooks greens really well. She cooks greens." I was sitting off a little bit further, and so my face was like, "Oh my god!" And then they were like, "Oh yeah, really?" My friends trying to be funny, listening, and then this dude had the nerve to say that she cooked chitlins too. What the hell he say that for? And I'm saying to myself, look these what they think that this is a black ritual, and all black people eat chitlins, cook greens, and so at this point now I'm just like I hope they get the hell out of here because I don't even like them. And I was like, oh god. I mean, not that I don't like them. I don't like their energy. It's just like too stupid. They remind me of the people that need this straw in the mouth because they're just very ignorant. Because I'm already not feeling that you think all black people uh, cook chitlins and eat greens. I'm just not. I'm just not here for that. And so I was like, oh, they can just go for all I'm concerned. All I care. Anyway, my friends entertained these hillbillies, and that was just like so stupid. They went on and talk about other kind of. They were just really stereotypical. And but the thing about it is, I knew in my heart that maybe this was the only way or the only conversation that they had with black people. Either that, or they were just really crazy. Either way go, they were too ignorant for me, and ignorance is dangerous, so I didn't even make a comment. And they scurried on their way, but it just led right into what I encountered, or not what I encountered, but what I did later on that evening, which was watch the damn Oscars. Did y'all watch the Oscars? Well, I hope you did. I hope you didn't boycott them because Chris did a wonderful job. I think I couldn't tell you who won Best Picture and all that stuff because I wasn't even paying attention. I know Leonardo DiCaprio, um, you know, won for something. I guess I just remember seeing him, blah, because he was at Candyland. But it was just a bunch of white people, so I really didn't pay attention to the movies, the what were good, and I really didn't because I didn't see any of them. And I thought no one could have hosted the Oscars other than Chris Rock. He did such a good job. He was so freaking funny. Um, some of his jokes didn't go over as well as he probably would have liked, but I thought two things that got me kind of uh, really thinking and laughing was what he said. Black people always have complained about the Oscars, and I mean, some of the early Oscars, it's pretty hard to think about who's going to get the best picture when your mama and your grandmama is swinging from a tree. Who gives a damn? Who wins best actress? You understand what I'm saying? And your grandmama's outside swinging. I mean, he said things that was hitting home, and said a lot of things that made people go, You could hear him cringing, like only Chris Rock can. Uh, I think he did something really crazy. Is when he said there's going to be a new component added to the Oscars, and that's going to be a black uh, segment. And here's the director to introduce it, and then he called out Stacey Dash, who walked out on the Oscars to say Happy Black History Month. Stupid. He brought Suge Knight and had him tied up watching the Oscars. It was just, Chris, shout out to you. I don't care. I thought you did a wonderful job. I'm glad you didn't boycott, excuse me. Somebody had to do it. They asked you, you did it. You cannot escape white supremacy, and you did your thing. So, who gives a damn? And he also talked about that, how people that are unemployed want you to boycott stuff. I mean, he's just funny. I thought he did a good job. So uh, I'm just going to sum it all up to say that's one of the reasons why I love Meryl Streep. Except she wasn't nominated, I don't think, for anything. But my sister from another mother said, "We're all Africans, and if you don't know that, you don't know nothing." And I always respected Meryl Streep, Meryl Streep for saying that. We're Africans. Listen, shout it from the mountaintop. All right. I am the Eve of the earth. From my womb came all other nations. Okay. So I am the Eve of the book. All right. And so if you understand that, maybe you would treat me a little better. And if I understood that, maybe I would treat myself a little better. All right. Okay, y'all. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe because you know I'm gonna come back. I'll be back in the crazy house. Can't stay away. Talk to you later. Bye bye.